Alright, well, greetings and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Summerween Season 1 Episode 2. I felt like doing an Episode 2. The Ranch is Awaken. Overall description. In this episode of the Summerween Special series, Airship Hirohito lifts off from the tranquil Manzano Mountain Air Ranch on a rehearsal flight that feels more like a seasonal invocation, with lanterns glowing softly in the gondola, and a symbolic passenger list of ducks, geese, and English Labrador retrievers and vintage candy crates. This mid-morning, now noon journey blends ecological reverence with nostalgic ritual. As Hirohito ascends into the clear skies and gentle thermals, the ranches below seem to stir from slumber, its grasses, groves, and companions awakening to the rhythm of remembrance. The flight is a preview of the upcoming Balloon Fiesta and the Halloween Expo, but it's also a quiet act of healing, a rehearsal not just for a spectacle, but for continuity, comfort, and care. Upon arrival at Coronado Airport, lanterns will be placed at the entrance of Trunk or Treat Village, which is that old Halloween truck, and symbolic cargo is gently unloaded. The airship becomes a vessel of memory, and the rehearsal transforms into a sacred offering, reminding us that in practice we fly with purpose. The Ranch is Awaken is a gentle celebration of what stirs beneath the surface, rituals remembered, companions honored, and stories waiting to rise. Alright, y'all, lanterns lit, cargo loaded, just about, advocacy and one vintage brand sampler. Ready for lift. Before we fly, we honor the ranch, the quiet companions, the stories waiting to rise. But before we do so, first things first. Before I check around the ship, as usual, first things first, when we get to Rural Road 16, with or without the dialogues, me telling you to deflate gas cell number 12, you deflate it, you know. Just before you enter the Albuquerque International Sunport, you deflate gas cell number 12. Okay? GoAnimate logic and Plotagon logic. I'm going to say in this video, GoAnimate logic, gas cell number 12. My cursor's in that general area. Deflate it. When we, of course, are within the general area of the Albuquerque International Sunport, having crossed Rural Road 16, deflate it regardless. Okay, so before we go, let me go with the starboard end of the ship. Because people, just give too much attention to the Hindenburg. And of course, the port side. Because that was the side that was last seen as the ship was being burned away. Yeah, for real, you give too much attention to the Hindenburg. You're a first to everybody. Does. Okay, while we're at it, we are in the ship's underbelly. And of course these weather vanes here. The geese nibbled that earlier. Gameplay secure. I'll come back for that. I'll come back for you. I'll be back for you. I promise you. Ooh, and these little red fishies here. The geese nibbled those earlier. Yeah, the geese nibbled them. I'm just gonna come right back, okay? I really am. Alright. What do you want me to check now? The fins? Okay. I have FS Realistic on. Pardon the sneeze. I said to do that when your ears are gonna pop. And I'll just see what my next flight holds. My next real life flight holds, for that matter. Okay. Here we are. Alright. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna run through the GoAnimate logic. This is the GoAnimate logic that lifts the ship. Yeah, that's who we are today. Alright, here's what it is. According to Red Wing simulations, it's Delta Lima Zulu 133. But for us, it's Juliet Alpha 8 133. And now, I'll say again, and now, off to the bow of the ship. Okay. Alright. At this point, I'm gonna go check one of the control cars. Or the engine cars, I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go check my usual one. The high one. On the starboard side. No matter what number it is, I'm just gonna check this one. I'm just gonna go inside it. I'm kind of in a rush today. Because I have a life too. Is everybody alright in here? Are you sure everyone's alright in here? You sure? Okay, then I'm coming out. Next stop is next. Passenger lounge. Alright. Y'all all okay? Better. You better. We're in a rush today. The rush is, it's gonna get cold again soon. And everything I dislike's gonna be in full swing. These things are allergies, cold, illness, pollen spread. That's what the rush is. Once again, the rush is allergies, cold, illnesses, and of course pollen spread. Alright, riding room. Everybody okay? Okay, just check the dining room and we're golden. Let me just check the dining room and we are golden, okay? Now technically I was supposed to check the whole ship. However, I work on the starboard a lot because that's an area about Airship that needs to be worked on. Alright. Okay, I'm done here right now. Let me go to a GoAnimate logic truck. Right. And now, let me...
Getting started, please.
Ready for takeoff. Just about all ready. Ah!
Start maintenance operations, please.
Port hall. Okay. Now let's, of course at this point, let's do this. Alright, listen up. I have a junior officer on board and let me tell him how things work. Work together as one to monitor this. And when comes time to deflate gas cell number 12, I say again, when comes time to deflate gas cell number 12, where my cursor is, if you can see it. Okay, this time I'm sure of it, where my cursor is. When it's time to deflate gas cell number 12, right here. Hold this and reduce it all the way down to 90%, whatever it is. This refers to this lever here. Hold this and move it all the way down to here. Okay, and by the way, this lamp thing that this thing's talking about, as you may have read in the comments, it's this. Or is it? Okay, let me go back here for one quick check, and we're off. Oh, Geese, do you have a good snack? Geese, did you have a good snack? Alright, and now let's go right back here. Well, since I grew up with waterbeds, there's some waterbed trolling here. Doesn't matter. Alright. Let's do this. Okay, we're just about ready for takeoff, so. Reminder to use the radio. And of course, before we fly, I'll say the symbolic cargo has been loaded. And if not, use your GoAnimate logic and Plotagon logic to get all else. And before we fly, of course, I'll say we are loaded with nostalgia, advocacy, and one vintage brand of sampler, ready for lift. Now before we fly, we honor the ranch, the quiet, the companions, the stories waiting to rise. And so now, let me get to the communications page. That's FS realistic. I'll just give the order. Here we go.
Prepare for takeoff. Prepare for takeoff.
Roger. Takeoff station. Takeoff station.
Ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff.
Okay. This whole time, we in our own head said, Manzano ground, this is Showa requesting takeoff clearance for rehearsal flight to Coronado. Lanterns are lit. Lanterns are lit. Rituals are ready. In the response, Showa, you're cleared for a lift whenever you're ready. Winds are gentle. Carry your memories well. On that note, all engines full speed ahead. Oh, Showa, I know you're ready to go. Alright. When this triangle gets to here, let's lift this vessel of memory, light, companions, and candy aloft. Soon, very soon, we should float above Cottonwoods, quiet roads. The lanterns sway like old stories. The Labradors sleep, the geese watch. So do some of the ducks, but some will not be sleeping. I'll just call it. Yeah.
Release. Mooring.
Copy.
Haul up the moorings.
Roger.
All crew on crew station.
While they're at it.
Crew to all station.
Oh, I disagree with the altitude. 5,653 feet above ground level. Okay, I'm gonna store the Gosport tube. And now, let's over here. And we get to Meadow Lake. Do anything holds for any of us. Okay, just about 800 feet above ground level, not bad. We'll take it. We'll fly through Hoffman Town Church to land there, because my niece, my first one, she attends Hoffman Town and thought to give some honor to the church for that matter. Oh no, you're not Dibim Showa. Oh Showa, you're not. Alright. Okay. So, as we fly through Meadow Lake. Okay. Alright. As we're flying through Meadow Lake, I'm now going to give you the only freebie that's available at Labrador 5-4 Gaming Productions, which is the gospel, the true gospel, that of Jesus Christ. It is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, 1 through 4. Please go off a King James Bible, because all other translations, you know, they omit words, things like that. Like, if you watch Watchwoman 65 or Renee Roland, they'll tell you. In other words, if you watch Lisa Boyce or Renee Roland gracing your face, you know, they'll tell you that these other translations are not good, like they omit verses, things like that. But anyway, the true gift of the gospel, which is the only freebie I have on this channel, and most likely will have it, is found in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 1 through 4, that Jesus Christ shed his blood for all of your sins, past, present, and future, was buried, and resurrected on the third day according to the scriptures. We're saved by grace through faith alone, not of yourselves, not of works, lest any man should boast. It is grace through faith in Christ alone, period. Once again, not of yourselves, lest any man should boast, that whosoever shall believe in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. The Holy Spirit will guide you, lead you, indwell in you, speak to you, minister to you, encourage you, all that. And the thing of it is, you have to let him do it. That's why a lot of people are faltering right now, is because they don't let Christ do that. And the reason why I talk about this here at Labrador 5-4 Gaming Productions is because, you know, I'm with Watchwoman 65 and Renee Roland gracing your face. When the rapture comes, our YouTube channels will be gone. So before Labrador 5-4 Gaming Productions goes under during the tribulation, please accept the gift of the gospel, because every officer on board, you know, has accepted that gospel. And sure enough, you know, as far as, you know, baptism goes, you're automatically baptized. And lucky for the crew, they've been baptized in pure Japanese drinking water. But this is, of course, a fictional narrative. Now, while we're at it, of course, if you really truly believe that you are saved, like I said from before, please play a game, things like that, and I implore you to check out other gameplays I have. With or without these airship videos, please accept the gift of the gospel, and not to mention that if you believe you are saved, please, like Lisa Boyce and Renee Roland say, watch a movie, play a game, watch TV shows, share, borrow, and take turns while you're at it too, as well as, of course, play some basketball for fun, as well as any ball sport for fun. Please, just enjoy and, of course, occupy and redeem the time while you're waiting. Now, of course, I Labrador 5-4 Gaming Productions. I'm not religious like most of you think. The reason why I say this is because, you know, I also have a verse of scripture, you know, to back this up too. To why I do this. It's, of course, you know, even though not everybody could be a disciple, and of course, even though discipleship and salvation are two different things, go ye therefore and make disciples of all nations. Well, not everybody could be a disciple. It's not for everyone. All you really need is to be saved. Just like Renee Rowland, Grace in Your Face says. And by the way, God hates religion. Okay, now that we're cruising, of course, we're floating above Cottonwoods and quiet roads. Lanterns sway like old stories. Some of the animals sleep while some watch. Oh, and by the way, I'm watching for the Lord's return from time being I record this video. Well, you can be physically asleep, you just have to be spiritually awake. Like, everybody's spiritually awake on board while others are physically sleeping. This is not just altitude, it's continuity. We rehearse not for perfection, but for presence. And while we're at it, I'll... Alright, music break over. I will now deflate the airship. Gas cell 12. Come on, do it. Don't tilt dangerously. Now while I'm at it, of course, we are celebrating Trunk or Treat at the same time too, but in the summer time frame because I want to get ahead of the things in the fall. Yeah, you heard me correctly. I want to get ahead of the things in the fall, autumn, whatever you want to call it, as well as the winter that I just absolutely hate, which are cold, both temperature and illness, and allergies, as well as darkness, especially physical darkness. Let me tell you something about them. Either one of them I hate. Although I like a dark room, you know, with drapes closed and, of course, a lamp on. Okay. Talk to Coronado Airport at this point to prepare for landing. Give it to Coronado Airport, that is. On a starboard. Alright, this way to Hoffman Town Church. It's Eubank. Here's how I know. Off to the left, that is the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History. I used to volunteer there for 2 years. Of course, soon, very soon, Hoffman Town will be right below us. A sanctuary of stillness, below they gather, above we remember. And of course, I even pretend to stream church from the airship. Because I advocate aviation for gospel spreading. Some of you know my story, some of you don't. And why I, of course, advocate for aviation and gospel spreading is because I was inspired by Billy Mitchell and the Berlin Airlift. Those are the main components as to why. Okay. We already asked for landing here. We're all set. Okay, I'll leave the Gosport tube up for now. Okay, I know where to go from here. I've gone Eubank North before. Therefore, I know where Hoffman Town is. I used to ride ABQ ride bus route number 2. Therefore, I know where it is. The reason why I'm not riding that bus now from time to record this video is because my trust actually with ABQ rides has been broken. Mostly from drivers being too slow and just cutting parts of Route 2 out. Get us out. Get us out. Get us out of military grounds. Oh. I better go away from that. Who can sound their tippy toes better? The reason why I ask is let's look for Hoffman Town Church. We're 8 miles away from Coronado Airport at this point. Alright. You know, trying something new and being careful, as you can see here, it doesn't kill you. No, really, it won't kill you. Then you get to see things you've never seen before, like in this video. Hey, that golden corral, that got demolished. Remember that. And of course, here's Walmart, Petco, Sam's Club. There's, of course, in Chico Plaza, supposedly. And also, right down below me, as follows. Like, from the time being I record this video, dead below me are the following places, like, around this general area, I go to karate, tempo, that is. With Eubank. Oh, we had our nose pitching down this whole time. We gotta get up. There's a Breaking Bad car wash. Right down below us. Yes, you know, this gamer lives in Albuquerque. Sometime I record this video. Hey, wanna know who else was at this car wash? Magnus the therapy dog and Seductive, aka Wrinkle the duck. Another Walmart, I guess. Alright, soon and very soon you're going to be talking. Hoffman Town Church is just right out the window. Or the port, for that matter. Alright, roll out. Roll out. Okay, this is a way that route number 2 Eubank went through. There it is. There's Hoffman Town Church. I can tell by this blue structure according to my eyes. I wonder who's moving. Big van going through there. Alright, this is it. Hoffman Town Church. Don't worry, we are not causing any dishonor, we're just flying over to help fulfill the mission of Hoffman Town Church. Or at least I'm actually attempting to, anyway. Just working it out with fear and trembling, you can see. Working out my salvation with fear and trembling. And there it was, Hoffman Town Church we'd flown over. Okay. This point, yeah, missed the marker. This point, hard to port. All engines full reverse now. Sorry, it's time to land now. Gear down. We really gotta bleed off speed at this point. Took too much time to get here. I'll be darned, this thing wasn't dangerously tilting this whole time. It's not for now, anyway.
Prepare for landing. Prepare for landing.
Roger, Roger, to landing station.
Ready to land. Ready to land.
Ready to land. Ready to land.
We'll have to do it from here.
Drop the moorings. Drop the moorings. Roger. Roger.
Copy. Copy.
Inflation process starts right now. Hopefully we don't go down these houses here. No, let's not go down these houses here. I can understand why some of you don't like Zeppelins. Because, you know, these things are a lot of work. Put it in your all's terms. If we have to land in the baseball field, we will. I'm not kidding. If we have to land there, then we will.
Grab the ropes.
Hold on. I'm getting better and better in good ways, of course. Denali, the It'll Be Your Mountain Dog, you out there? You can look at the airship from here, okay? Okay, you can look at it from here. Wherever Denali, the It'll Be Your Mountain Dog is. I'll say again, wherever Denali, the It'll Be Your Mountain Dog is. You can look at it from here. And this whole time, of course, when I was requesting for landing, imaginatively, of course, I said Coronado Tower, Showa, inbound for landing, ritual intact, lantern still lit. Well, for the time being, you wanted to be an acting airship pilot for the day. Welcome back, Showa. The festivities await. Okay, we're descending gently. This isn't just a landing, it's a handoff. From sky to celebration. And we are down. Okay. We can do better one of these next gameplays. Alright, let me get the drone out and assess, okay? I'm gonna get the drone. Okay, let me just check the conditions below the airship, okay? Ooh, I haven't heard a real plane. Sounds very old. Sometime we gotta record this video. Okay, well, today's landing wasn't a bad one. Maybe I'll try it again in an episode 3. This is quite probably going to be aired on a Sunday. Or possibly, for the matter, mind you. Okay. Uh-oh, something's going on in there. They're referring to the airship. I'm coming back. Okay, I'm coming back aboard. Okay, let me get to my height level. Alright, on and stop. No, you're not going back up. Down, down, down. Hold on. Everyone just hold on. Everyone just hold on. Everyone hold on. No, this thing's not going back up. I'm somebody who could stay with something. Okay? Show it. Hold on. This has gotta be a glitch. Right wing simulations, please make this better than how you've seen this video. How did that happen? No. I understand why some of you don't like Zeppelins, but this is what I like. Okay? Why is this thing climbing? Why is it supposed to be descending? You put me in an unrealistic and dangerous position right now. You know that, right? I'm doing this, but... Hold on. Sometimes, you just gotta stay with things when they get hard. And this video proves it, that I can. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be a while. Maybe flying over Hoffman Town was a bad idea anyway. Be quiet. Oh yeah. Should I try repositioning the airship, if anything else? We're coming down, I could tell. I could tell that we're coming down. Alright. We're coming down. We'll be alright. We'll be okay. Okay. Hold on. I'll say I published this video on purpose today because I want to show that I can stick with difficult things like this. Hold on. This is going to be really rough. Four, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully 0. Success. Let's get out of here. Get out now. I know how this works. For sure. Gotta get out of here. Gosport tube up. Navigation station up.
Proceed with unboarding, please.
Roger. Starting unboarding.
Just watch the stairs. Anyone watch numbers shrink? Oh, you do it for this one.
Unboarding finished.
Alright. Expo it is. Let's go. Let's just go. Okay, somebody check the stairs. Denali. That'll be our mountain dog's waiting for me. On my end, he's one of my friends too. You're referring to Denali? He's one of my friends as well. Gotta go see Denali. Okay, check the planes for me. And now... oh my goodness. I know where you are. Actually, let me go to Denali. Give him a pet or something. And Mocha, the lab. Alright, this is Denali here, and it'll be our mountain dog. And wow, Denali, you get to see the ship from here. Oh, Denali, yeah. You're me. Let me see if I can get in a position to pet Denali. Oops. No crashing into nobody. Hi, Denali. I'm back. You got to see the ship. Alright, let me check the Halloween truck real quick. Allow me to check it. Chow. What's there for chow? Sausages. Eggs. Stir fry. Good choice. Well, happy Summerween, y'all. While I'm at it, let me introduce. Even though we had to come a long way, let me get to the platform where I can speak. While Denali and everybody watches the airship, I'll speak from here. Alright. We rehearse with reverence, now the festivities begin. Trunk or treat, candy trails, companion pens, but beneath it all, ritual. Pan Am lollipops, brand of chews, TWA taffy, sweetness from the skies. This was rehearsal, but even more rehearsals have heartbeats. Sometime soon, balloons rise. Today we remembered. Happy Summerween, again, on such from my end. Now in episode 3, that's going to be in debate right now, okay? Because as of right now, since I've been flying the 727 a lot with FS Studios, I'm just going to see what happens from here. I'll attempt to fly the Braniff, but no promises. And now, of course, since we're here and Denali's looking at the ship, I'm going to say, alright, I'll give you a few seconds to look at it. Alright, I'm going to close the episode for sure now. Alright, that's our show. If you like, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, even though I was faced with a glitch earlier. And we'll see you all around. If you like, please like and subscribe. If there's anything you want me to say or do better, please let me know. And I already know one item that I probably could have, would have, and should have done better. But just to clarify how. If I were to fly over Hoffman Town Church again, do I just go ahead and cut the power over Dennis Chavez Elementary School? Or over Desert Ridge Middle School to slow the airship down? Or maybe just having passed through Hoffman Town Church, I should have just cut the power. What y'all think? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Denali, I get that. You don't speak human. You too, Mocha, and whoever else is there. Otherwise, thanks for